Crystal, you ready?
For the real thing, we're ready to go?
Yeah, we're gonna go.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Zoe with Paranormal Extraction, and I am a supernatural light worker. And I am doing interviews via Skype right now. Today, we have Crystal, and I'm going to be interviewing her on Zack Bagans Haunted Museum. Okay, anyways, I'm cool with it. It's also, I call him the star that became the devil or something like that. Anyways, I'm gonna sit down and have you guys chat with us because nobody can meet with each other. We all have to stay 6 feet away. Well, that isn't gonna happen here with us today. So I'm gonna sit down.
I'm
with
6 feet
Crystal.
away.
That's right.
So,
Coming in to say
Hi,
hello.
Zoe.
Let me say
Hi.
hello to Crystal.
hi there.
Hi.
Full screen. How you doing?
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Thank you for being patient. I know it's going to be a little difficult because I can't really see.
There you go.
Okay. No, I'm seeing you. I'm gonna sit right in front of you because, you know, we're doing this so people have something to watch. We can't do interviews with you sitting right next to me. First of all, you can't travel, okay, and nobody can travel, and you're locked down. Luckily, I'm not locked down, but pretty much you're locked down anyways.
Yeah.
So we're in Skype jail.
That's right.
It's awesome.
We're going to make the most of it.
So, okay, tell me your story, or actually, first of all, I wanted to tell everybody that Crystal and I have worked together. We still do work together in Paranormal Extraction, and we're both supernatural light workers. However, Crystal is amazing. I mean, she has so many, I can't even explain her bio, okay, on what kind of person she is. I'm going to have her go ahead and tell you guys, because I'm not going to sit here and tell everybody about you. You can tell everybody about you, right?
All right. Cool.
So tell everybody a little bit about you and where they can find you with what you do, whatever that means.
Well, okay. On social media, you can always find me on Instagram. It's Crystal's World, 3_spaces, and then it's Crystal's 3_spaces World on Instagram. And always go to Paranormal Extraction. I'm always on there. You can probably just find me on Zoe's comments or friends.
Right.
And
So that's
actually,
Crystal, like Crystal, CRYSTAL_world, WORLD, and that's on Instagram. To find
that's
her.
on Instagram, and that's where I do most of my socializing for like the business that I do. But I do a lot. I just like to say I'm a multidimensional metaphysical practitioner.
Yes, you
Because
are.
I have been doing psychic readings and mediumship readings forever since I can remember, since I was little. But I moved to California about 9 or 10 years ago. So for the past 8 years, professionally, like certified and licensed and everything, I've been doing the work. So that includes everything from Reiki master healings to counseling, hypnosis, and remote working as a psychic reader or medium, which I've done with you several times.
Yes,
Thank
you have. No, thank you.
Actually, this was a good topic that we're talking about today about the museum, because that's how Zoe and I met.
Yes, it is.
Not at the museum, because of the museum. And I really do feel like that was something that was destined to happen, because I really have never had a desire to go to that museum. Honestly,
We're
I really
talking
didn't
about
know too much about it.
we're talking about Zack Bagans Haunted Museum, which is in Las Vegas, right? So, Crystal, I know that you and I, that's how we met, because we were just horrified about what the paranormal community, and they can like us or not like us, is doing, the playing, we call it play, if you play, you pay, opening portals, doing all these, playing with Ouija boards, whatever. Maybe they're not doing it, it doesn't matter, okay? But we are on the same page as far as being really, really cautious and trying to educate people on, what you're doing. Educate educate them. So Crystal went to, I'm going to say it again. I mean, this whole Skype thing is really weird, everybody. She went to, that's how we met, just to let everyone know. We do work together, okay? She's remote right now and in Southern California. I'm here. She's talking about Zack Bagans Haunted Museum in Las Vegas. So go ahead and start your story about that. I know we're just kind of testing this. We only do one take. You guys, we are not editing here. This is the real iota. So whatever happens, happens. Okay, and I'm going to be moving around because I hate sitting like that. Okay, so tell me about, I know we've talked about this. Tell me about your experience at Zack Bagans Haunted Museum that everybody wants to go to and thinks he's like a god of the paranormal. I mean, can I just put a little emoji barf face up right now? I really would like to do that. Oh, let me put a little mask. Ooh, no, this one. There we go. Oh, I just got the little crying tear person. Okay, so I'm just going to hand it off to you, girl. I know that you went there, and I think people know a little bit about you, so go ahead and go for it.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So I really didn't know too much about the museum because I'm not interested in that kind of stuff. Well, I am, but so I guess I can come from two angles in this interview. So I can come from like the light worker or, the metaphysical practitioner angle of it. And then I can come from like the fanatic angle of it, whereas like, of course, I'm fascinated, just like most of you guys watching this right now. If you weren't watching this right now, you wouldn't have a fascination with the paranormal or the supernatural. And I, of course, do. I'm very passionate about that stuff. But I also know the other end of it is like not just watching the movies or seeing the stuff on TV. I know being a part of it and clearing it out and dealing with, how this stuff even comes about. So I kind of walk a fine line when it comes to this stuff and enjoying, indulging in the fun of it, but then also remembering a lot of this stuff, you have to deal with at some point. So I really didn't know too much about the museum. My friends invited me out to Vegas, and we both are, do light work. So she asked if I wanted to go, and honestly, I had an ugly feeling about it. And
now,
I'm not going to
when you
back him too much, but like I didn't really watch his show only because I knew a lot of it was fake, and that's like before I even talked to Zoe and got her opinion on it. Like some of it's just obviously created for your entertainment. Not only his show, others as well. So I don't really watch those ghost shows on TV. I'm more into like reading books.
Well, that's
and,
for
like,
it's for your entertainment purposes
right.
only. Now I remember that you said when you walked up it was ridiculous. I mean, it was like you had to sign a waiver even to get into the place.
Yeah.
Correct?
So first of all, my friend and I asked her if I could mention some stuff about her, and see, this is how serious it is. She's a local resident of Vegas, and she asked me, please don't, because people know her there and they know the kind of work she does, and she doesn't want to be associated with like any kind of opinions or any kind of attacks, because of how she may or may not feel about this place.
Well, you know what, Crystal? Hey. You can call her it.
Okay. Well, I'll just say my friend. It's fine.
Okay.
So, we have done like a really strong spiritual psychic protection around ourselves before we went to this place because we were going more as like I guess you could say how I explained earlier, just in between, kind of as fanatics, but also as workers, to assess this place and to see what we really felt about it.
Crazy.
And we both were getting that vibe of probably shouldn't go. But then also, if you don't go, how can you, give people information about what they, if they should go or not? So we did do really strong psychic protection around ourselves.
Great.
And we go to this place, and yeah, it was a little shit show. Blind, yes, you do have to sign waivers. And
a shit show? I love that.
Well, okay. When you walk up, and a lot of you I know have been there, and I don't mean to offend the people that like it, but I'm here to help. Let me put it that way. I'm not here to talk shit.
Right.
People have to make their money, and people have a niche. I get that, but I I'm here to help you kind of take things in a perspective about this place. And so you walk up and they're playing, it's like the Haunted Mansion from Disneyland, that song. It kind of sounds like that. It looks like a mimic of the Haunted Mansion. They have the gargoyles and all that stuff, you know, and they have the music playing, and they hand you these waivers, and you have to, there's like 3 pages, I believe, or so, but you're signing away basically your life, because you're saying if you should leave this place and you're attacked by spirits, you have some kind of psychic or spiritual attack, you cannot sue them, you cannot, you know, find them responsible for any of that, but you're still you're giving yourself permission to go into this place and open yourself up to this stuff. I will say,
I just find it, I mean, can you hear me when I come in and so I can interview you? I just find it really odd that he's having everyone sign waivers to go into a museum. I mean, I've never really, have you experienced ever going into a museum and having to sign a waiver, or is it because when you got inside, wasn't it?
I guess you can say like as a paranormal researcher or whatever, I have been to other haunted locations here in Southern California, and even many other places. I live, you know, Arizona, and even in Hawaii, I've been to some. And no, I've never. I mean, they just tell you to respect the spirits, like you say.
What?
If you're going to walk, I'm not at the haunted museum. I mean, at other places I've been to like that. They will say, like, if you're going to come in here, make sure that you don't touch things, make sure that you're respecting the spirits that live here. This is just for educational purposes. No pictures, you know, that kind of thing. But
that's cool.
I have to sign waivers.
I'm on board with that 100%. This place is the opposite. It's like a breeding ground of demonic crap going on. So then I know you went inside, and then maybe the reason why they're having you sign waivers is because you said clowns were jumping out of curtains or something?
So they do have actors, I call them scare actors, because I've also worked in that industry too, where, you know, for the haunts and stuff, and they're usually called scare actors, and that's when they dress up in costumes to, you know, in the mazes and stuff like that. So they have a lot of scare actors along with the regular staff, which is like the guides and the employees and the guests in the gift shop. They also have these actors that come out in each room. I don't remember how many rooms. I think there was at least 30 rooms that we went into. They're each themed, you know, different serial killers, clowns, demonic possessions. There's, you know, just thinking of it right now is giving me anxiety, because there's so much darkness, and there's so many different categories that are in there. I mean, it's an interesting place, I'm not going to lie, but it's very overwhelming. A lot of this stuff, if I can just get right to the point so you can ask me whatever you want, a lot of this stuff is fake. A lot of this stuff is, you know, they have the actors there just to scare you, and that kind of makes it fun. I can see why some people are into that. But there are a lot of things there that are there against their own will. And I'm talking about, you know, paintings.
I mean, you start talking about it, and I start, you know, and I didn't put my Jello suit on, is what I call it, with the seal and milk before this, and I mean, I'm just getting, the minute you start talking about it, it's so bad.
Since we don't
against their
do,
will,
like, preparations, and we don't take notes, let's do something. Just take 2 seconds, and let's just bring in Archangel Michael and put a strong protection around us and everyone who's watching and listening right now. I would really like to do that, because I didn't do it as well, and I know what you're talking about. You don't have to go to this place to pick up the vibes from it, and that's what I was getting from the get-go. Don't go.
No, don't go. And I'm telling you, don't go.
We're all protected right now. Archangel Michael's with us, and this is for educational purposes, this discussion. So
it really is.
You and I are going to be fine, but yes, you can definitely imagine how bad it is in there.
It's well, tell me exactly, each kind of give us a rundown of when you first went in, I know, and you didn't really want to go there. You just explained all of that, okay? And, I mean, you did a fantastic job. I don't even really need to interview you because you've already told us. But take it kind of like room by room and how your anxiety built before you went downstairs to the gift shop. And the reason why I'm asking you that is because I already know your story about this place.
Well, about a year ago, I did. Unfortunately, I couldn't keep that video, but I had done a live on Instagram, and a lot of people tuned in, and we talked about. I went into a lot of more detail of the museum. But I'm glad that we're doing this now, because looking back now, I can go into. You ask me whatever you want, but I would really like to share more of the angle of the protection, the psychic protection, that you need to put on yourself before you do this kind of stuff. But okay, so we go in. It's very forced. After you sign the waivers, everything becomes very forced. And it does say, like, if you're ever uncomfortable, you don't have to go in a certain room, but you don't get that feeling from them. It's very forced. They put us in a line. There's like 15 of us or something outside waiting as a group, and they picked me to go knock on the freaking door to be let in. But I paused and I go, is this okay for me to do? And my angels, I just felt that protection that I had put on myself prior was so strong. They said, go ahead, like, you're going to be fine. So I went and I knocked on the door, and then they scare you, and they let, the actors come out and start boo, boo, and all that. But yeah, they do take you to this, room, and there's all kinds of weird crap. It's an ugly vibe. It stinks. It stinks like a perversion.
It smells like perversion in there. Like, how about greed, toxic,
It's
toxic.
just a really ugly. It's a really ugly environment, and you can smell it. You can breathe it.
Ew.
It's just like that. I don't really know how to explain it other than that. It's ugly, and the scent, is not one that you can create. It's not something that they put in the air to entice you or to give you oh, this is a spooky place. It's there's those spirits, the ones that are real there, they're living there, they're thriving there.
Now, the reason why they're thriving there and living there is because he actually has different pieces, right, in this museum,
right.
Haunted pieces. I know that he has, a plethora. He's got that guy's bus, Kevorkian's bus, right, in there that he got. It's not his bus, it's like a little van thing, or I don't know what it was, but he's even got that. So he's got all these items in there that are so-called haunted, or,
there's a lot, Zoe. He has so
what?
much stuff here.
Give us some ideas.
Okay, well, so there's rooms of, like I said, the clown area, which we didn't have to talk about that.
Clown area?
The room of clowns.
I did the Clown Motel for Travel Channel. Woo!
And I will say this, because
Clown.
I want to take this seriously, because in the work that I do for hypnosis, there are people that have legit,
Yeah, there's a clown phobia.
trauma.
Yeah, there's a
And
clown
I wanna
phobia.
let you know, if you haven't been to this place before, if you have a clown fear, a phobia, do not go, because I have. And they force you have to go through this hallway where there's clowns stacked up, killer clowns. Pennywise, Bozo, I don't know, McDonald, all these damn clowns. With chainsaws, and then there's probably a clown chasing you in there. I don't know.
man.
Okay, so it's more of a joke.
Some of it, yes. I would say 50% of the place is a joke, and it's kind of fun, but then the other, don't forget, there's the part that's real, and that's
Okay,
that's
so
the
tell
part
us,
that you can't really see.
tell us what places that you got this really bad energy, demonic energy. Tell us what those items were. What were they?
Okay. All right. I'll briefly say there's because you asked me earlier. Yeah, there's tons of rooms. There's the clown room. There's serial killer room. There's a couple different serial killer rooms. There's the Dybbuk box. There's the doll. Possessed dolls. They're all, you can get a creepy vibe in each one, but the one that got me, the one that I went home with shivers and I had to do more research, was what did he call it? The devil house room. The devil house is that house that was in Michigan that he bought. Did you know about that?
No. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
So how could he be?
Possession, and the family went through all this possession, and they ended up tearing down, demolishing the house. But he bought the foundation of it, and the stairway. He has it in a room. They recreated as much as they could with the materials that they had, the original materials that they had from this room, from this house. He had it recreated in a little tiny room, and they go, stuff you in there, and they close the wall, and that's the room that, let me say, through the whole experience, going through all these rooms and seeing all this, stuff, I did feel things trying to, because, there's people that will say that they've been bitten and they've been touched and things, by ghosts and spirits in that place, and I believe them. They've come out with physical evidence on their body. But because I had put such a strong protection around myself before I went in there, I did feel things trying to, I felt some things kind of blowing in my hair, but my barrier was so thick that my angels were not letting these things touch me, but I felt that they were trying to. When I went in that room, my angels wanted me to get out of there. They're like, this is not a good place for you to be in. And I felt this cold air blow on my face. And I looked around, and I'm like, do they have a machine? Because, he's trying to do all this fake stuff.
Exactly.
And I couldn't find anything that would have made that happen. I couldn't find anything that could have made that wind blow on my face like that. And it was so cold. I came home. That was the room that really messed with me out of the whole place.
Okay, then, so that was one of them. I mean, I know that he has a lot of these items that we're talking about,
and some of this stuff. Sorry, really, to interrupt you, but like I said, I'm into some of this stuff. I like doing research on serial killers and things like that. It's interesting, and it helps me with my work. But some of this stuff is so disturbing, and it makes me think, why would you people want to go to this place? I didn't know that there was room with this guy that had been tortured by somebody that was, I think he was I don't know if he was a serial killer, but he was posing as a gay lover for these men, and they would go to meet up with him, and he killed them. And this one guy, they had the room of the bed that he was tortured on, and there's blood and there's feces. There's original blood and original feces from the crime scene on this bed, the actual bed, smeared on the bed, and this person died. The guy
okay, you know what? I'm really, really seriously sickened by what I call him Zack Bagans, okay, on what he's done and allowing people to see and making a big joke out of it when it's really not a joke. I mean, these spirits exist. These spirits can come into your body. They can be attachments. They can actually take you. You know what? I can't even talk. I'm just so disgusted. I'm just sickened. And people don't know it. They think it's funny. But that's why we have you here. Now, okay, so that's disgusting. You didn't tell me that.
If I could just add to that, and I won't stay on the subject too long because, like I said, it's all over the place. There's so much we can talk about. But there's also, that brings up the point, what I was just saying about that room with the, it kind of makes you wonder, or makes you feel bad for the families of these people. It's like a disrespect to these people because their family members suffered through torture, and then the evidence is there in this place where anyone can just go in there and look at it, and it's like, let the person rest, if they even have crossed over yet, I don't know. I'm not putting my energy there because there's so much there. But if that soul has even crossed over, let them rest.
Right.
People are going over there and they don't realize, just like here, a lot of people would drive, and I've been there before too, up where the Sharon Tate was murdered.
Right.
Let her rest.
Right.
Let her rest. He has her wedding dress in his museum. He has a chair that Michael Jackson died on. The chair that Michael Jackson was
overdosed on is in that place. My friend took that really hard because she loves Michael Jackson, so she felt really bad about that. And you know, you do kind of have to stand back and say, what if this was your family member? Would you want their evidence from their murder in some place where people can go look at it with their blood on it and their bodily fluid?
Well, I think it's because he makes a big joke out of it. It's not an actual museum. It's about the big buck. It's about the big dollar, just like his show, Ghost Adventures. I mean, that's for your entertainment purposes only, and a complete joke and a complete disrespect to the paranormal community. When this stuff is real, okay? So I know that you told me. Okay, so I didn't know about these other 2 rooms. I mean, I don't remember.
There's so many rooms, and they're all kind of. They try to organize it by like themes, but there's so much that they're kind of like all over the place because they can't keep up with all the crap they have in there. You know?
So I mean, it's disrespectful. I agree with you, because if you look back at the original people who are like my mentors, are Ed and Lorraine Warren. They don't do that in their museum. It's very, very respectful, and it should be respected. It's like going out and buying a bunch of paranormal equipment if you think that's going to work, because I don't believe it works, and going out and playing around and coming out with scratches and going out in the middle of the night and using all this stuff. You're just opening the door for these things to come in and attach to you, which then someone like me needs to go in and do a freaking exorcism. You know, we got to remember that the Catholic churches, man, they're looking for people. They're looking for even just regular Catholics now that want to, and I think I told you about that want to learn how to do official exorcisms because of the demonic energy that's being released on our planet, which is what I experienced on the Travel Channel, okay, when I did my shoot. And of course they couldn't show me almost falling over because I actually went into a complete hysterical freak on how big this portal was opened up there. And that's exactly what Zack Bagans has done. And you told me he opened this portal. Now, you also said, because I don't like this guy, this Zack Bagans, and what he's done. I mean, even I could go. I'm going off right now, but you went down to the gift shop. Okay, so he's got this stupid gift shop.
Well, again, how I said everything's forced. You don't have a choice. You have to go through the gift shop to get out of the place. So we went. I really didn't want to. I wanted to just walk out. My friend was looking at stuff, and they have they had crystals in there, and they had sage, and why the hell did you want to buy it from there? And I said to my friend, I'm not even keeping the ticket from this place. I don't want to take that. I don't even want to take that home with me.
No.
But you have to go through to. I don't know if it's the same. I mean, I did hear that they have been expanding and they plan to expand even more and make it even bigger. So it may be totally different than the way I'm describing it right now. But that was my experience with you. There's one way in and there's one way out. It's not like, oh, I want to go in a gift shop. No, you have to go in a gift shop if you want to get out of there.
Okay.
Which brings another.
So basically all he does is his whole emphasis is just revolved around the all big dollar, okay, and he's teaching everybody these inappropriate things. He's not educating people. People are now going into his museum with this big huge portal, which you said to me you thought it was hell. You got that feeling that you were actually going to be dropped down into hell, and you even said you never call anyone a devil, but you said if there's a devil, it's Zack Bagans.
Well,
is that true?
I feel like there is a devil, and this is what I said. Let me clarify, but
no devil.
I do feel like he is possessed, but money and greed is definitely a huge sign of possession. But I do feel like let me be really clear. This is how I feel as a psychic, okay, from going in there. I've done a lot of readings, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but my clients tell me, my paying clients and people who I just happen to
help, naturally, who haven't paid. Everybody has said that came true, or that is what happened, or that is, So I trust my intuition very, very, very much. And there is a portal there in that establishment. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's really a museum or whatever it is, but there's a portal there that has been opened either consciously or unconsciously, meaning people either did, rituals to open this portal up purposely, knowingly, or stupidly, not really knowing how to do this kind of work properly, and just by bringing the shit in there and by doing construction and literally opening up the earth and stuff and moving things around, they did open up a huge portal, and that portal goes directly to hell. There's portals all over the world, even here in Southern California, that are open to other dimensions that are better for us. There's portals in the world where you can get some of the most amazing energy and blessings and healings for yourself. And there's portals
that's correct. That is correct. But this is dark, okay? This
portal isn't just dark, because there's ghosts and there's, this portal goes directly to hell. And it is open, and I really feel like, even though I hadn't been there prior to that one time, I don't know what the order was, this came first and that one came next, but I think that the room I was telling you about, the devil house room, that's the room, or that's the materials, the artifacts that really sealed the deal that the devil is in that place.
Okay, and I know you're highly intuitive because we've worked together, okay, and you're amazing, all right, because we did that Army surplus store before, and I work with Crystal remotely. So basically what she does is the night before, in the morning of that day, she'll tell me, okay, this is what's going on. Ooh, wow, I'm getting all my chills again. I love that. And then Vic was working with us, our dear friend and my best friend in the whole world, Vic, and he has since passed, was with me. And you actually were right on target. You were right on target on where it was at. So if you're telling me that this is so bad, as bad as it is, then it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And I mean,
so,
okay. I respect your opinion or how you look at Zach. I do. I respect you a lot, and I respect your passion that you have for, people who are not dealing with the spirits properly.
Or they don't believe in it. Okay, they don't believe in it.
I do want to say, I do feel like when he got into this, or when he first opened this place or something, I really feel like he didn't have any idea of how bad it was going to get.
No, he's just, all he wants to do is just make money. Right. And that's his emphasis. But the stupid idiot can do that, make it, right, but show the proper way. Do it the proper way. So to wrap this up, and this is so weird doing this by Skype and sitting in this chair because I hate to sit. I'm moving all around. I'm like, I just never really sit for long periods of time. But I would like you to tell people, what can people do to protect themselves, or if they're gonna something positive of what we do. So why don't you talk about that and teach people about what they need to do if they go into a museum, or they go to a haunted location, or they want to become a paranormal enthusiast, or experience any of this. What is it that they can do, and let's give them some education. So the camera's on you.
Thanks. I have a lot to say in regards to that, but I'll try to make it fast. My thoughts are just coming to me as you're asking that. So first of all, I do want you to know that as of the time when I went there, I did speak with an employee, and I can't say their name because I did not ask permission, but that employee is a very well-known employee. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. And he told me, I asked him, are there any precautions, or are there any things that you guys do here to protect the perimeter of the place spiritually? or the inside at all, and you guys are cleansing it. He said, wow, that would defeat the purpose of the dark spirit. So, and I said, okay, but what about the outside? What about the business next to you? Like, you don't, he goes, well, the spirits are inside the building. Really? So you don't think that they travel? Okay, anyways.
Yeah, like, so he didn't even give a shit, so.
Basically, I could go on and on, but I need you guys to know that, okay, the fans, people that go to this place, I really need you guys to know that they don't do any kind of protection for even the outside, which is horrible because they're not respecting the people that live around there or that work around there that are just walking their dogs by.
Yeah,
steer clear of it if you can. If you really don't want to be.
So what you're saying is just stay away, okay?
Stay away, and if you do, if you are interested in this stuff, I feel kind of like I feel sometimes looking at the community, and I don't mean to be offensive. Like I said, I'm part of the community because I like scary stuff too. I love that stuff. But I really do feel like a lot of you are irresponsible, and because you don't care and you don't take this seriously, and I'm going to just say it like this. Please forgive me. I feel like you're stupid. If you don't know that you need to put a strong protection, if you don't feel like you need to say some prayers, and I'm not going to tell you to be religious, but whatever faith you have, if you believe in God, if you believe in the angels, or you're, voodoo or spiritual, whatever you are, if you don't feel like you need to connect with your spiritual roots and ask for very strong protection before
That's
you
right.
go to faith,
That's
then
right.
You're stupid. Because even myself and my friend that was with me, we've been practicing metaphysical work and paranormal. She's huge in the paranormal world. She was a researcher for so long. And we have been practicing this in protection for years. For me, 15 years plus. For her, 30 years plus. And we still get psychic attacks. We still get spiritual attacks.
Oh, yeah.
From other things. And that's
heck yeah. That happened when I did that worldwide radio show, man. I did a whole video on that, man. That thing was, it was in me. I mean, this stuff really happens. Okay?
Right, it does. It just happened to me.
So give them an idea of, like, let's just say it's somebody who really doesn't know what, like from.
If you really don't know, then I would honestly, I'm being honest. My opinion, or my professional opinion, if you really don't know what to do, then you need to take a step back and ask yourself if this is the right thing for you to be even interested in this stuff, even watching it on TV and reading books about it. If you're dedicating any part or time of your life to that kind of hobby or to that interest, then you need to get on board, and you better learn what you believe in, and you better start praying, and you better start asking for protection.
Right,
otherwise,
so
you're attacked, or you can become possessed, or
so,
you can become severely attacked throughout your whole life.
Okay, like when I talk to people, okay, and they need something quick, I just give them a quick little fix to start with.
Okay.
Would be.
Okay, so before you go into a place like this, or let's just say not even a museum, if you're gonna watch a movie about demonic possession, or you're gonna read a novel or something like that, something that's you're gonna invest your time in, right? You're going to ask your angels and God, or whoever you believe in, to surround you and to protect you, and that you're doing this for educational reasons or whatever. Then you're going to constantly be clearing your space that you live in your automobile, put prayers around it. You could use sage, or there's things that go along with that. There's a lot of, you got to educate yourself, but you could also Psalm 91, go to Psalm 91. And
what
I'm
is
not
it?
a religious person. Read Psalm 91.
What's read Psalm 91?
Say Jesus' name a lot. I tell people all the time, if you feel like you're under a psychic attack, and I'm not a religious person, let me say that again.
I didn't even understand.
You better start saying Jesus' name, because that's the only thing that's sometimes.
Oh, read Psalms. I didn't understand you. I'm trying to slow you down and try to get a word in here and there, all right? I mean, aren't I the interviewer here, and I can't even freaking talk? All right. Which Psalms? It's in the Bible. She's going so fast, she won't even let me talk. Psalms 91.
She's on to
Is
something.
it Psalms 91?
91.
Okay, so read Psalms 91 when you go in. That's an easy one.
Before and after.
Okay, before you go in and after.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot more you can do. There's crystals, and there's all kinds of sorts of protections that you can do, and cleansings, but we could talk forever about that. I'm going to be point blank, Zoe.
like I said, if you find yourself a person that is either interested in the paranormal or you want to work in it or you just like watching it on TV, whatever, make sure that you are very in touch with your spiritual roots and that you practice protection. That's
Okay.
your responsibility.
So
right?
that's the bottom line, and that's why we say play, you pay, invite one, you invite them all. I
Right.
mean, so this is kind of like, I guess that would, and I'm just gonna end it with this: is that I cannot stand Zack Bagans. I just think that he has done a disservice to everybody that watches his show and to people that are following him or think he's the most wonderful thing. He's disgusting, sickening, and putrid on every level that there is to open up gateways that he should not be playing around with, nor is educated in doing this. And so is his museum. I think that's a good end to what I have to say about it. So why don't we end it with what you have to say? This is our first test of doing Skype. Crystal, I'm not used to doing any interviews without anybody sitting right next to me. As you can see, I'm all over the place. I'm moving my legs.
It's awesome.
I mean,
Guys,
I'm moving around. It's so weird. It's like here you are on the screen. I don't really
Nailing
feel like I'm talking to a person. I don't even know what to say, but I'm really glad that you spoke over me through the whole interview.
you guys are killing it.
Well, I'm sorry, and you know,
you're not-
I'm reacting to your voice because I can't see your face. So
Why? Can you see me now? Can you see me?
No.
Oh
I
my!
haven't been able to see you the whole time.
Oh my
So
God!
that's why I'm speaking over you because I'm just like reacting to your voice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
I think we've been doing great.
Well, okay. So this is our first one, and that's what we had to talk about on Zack Bagans Haunted Museum. However, this is just a test, but we're going to go ahead and post it because we can't leave our houses and we can't do our work. Okay. Luckily, Crystal can do her work remotely. Okay, so that's why you got to go to Crystal's
Quarantine.
Crystal_world. You know what? Just do this, guys. You know what? When you see the video, you can go right on Paranormal Extraction on Facebook. You can send me a message, and I can get you all of Crystal's information. Boom, power on or on the top.
Boom.
Because this is all new stuff, man. If you guys are dealing with these kind of issues, or you have I've even done some work with Crystal here on my personal issues that I have, and so I highly recommend her. I mean, she does all kinds of great stuff. So, especially during these hard times, we have help. Okay, we have help. We have Crystal. She helps. She talks to people. I talk to people. Okay, so I really encourage you to reach out at this time, especially of being at home alone and freaking out, and there's so many different emotions going on, and especially if you're not a spiritual person right now. Let me tell you what, if I wasn't living in a spiritual world every day of my life, which is like a dream world to most people, I would not be a sober person. I'd be drinking, I'd be drugging, I would be trying to do everything I possibly could, or eventually, I don't know, maybe it would be suicide, being homebound, okay? I'm just saying that a lot of people are going through this right now, and that's why I think it's so important that we all speak to each other, or we're doing this little Skype thing right now is because even people that want to talk about their story, right, Crystal? Talk to me about it. Skype, we can all Skype. We can Skype now. We can talk about all of these great subjects.
It's quarantine paranormal.
It is.
It is.
Boom. There's a bunch of people out there trapped wanting some excitement, just like you guys.
So somebody called me the queen of the supernatural the other day. I thought that was funny.
I love it.
Anyways, I have to give somebody just a boost here. I get a lot of people that always ask about my jewelry, and because I wear so much jewelry. And I just want to mention that all the jewelry that I have on today, 90% of it come from Romy Moe on Facebook. That's ROMYMOE. Okay, so I'm putting a plug in there for her, just because I have some beautiful pieces on today, and I always have so much jewelry and bling and
Okay.
hair and
It's
you know
all right.
whatever's going on. Okay, so I guess that's it, and
Woo.
we're gonna do another one. I'm gonna post this, and I'm not gonna edit it too bad, and we're gonna just, and then we'll decide. We'll go from there and think about what you wanted to talk about next, because I know you did a lot of great videos. I've seen those videos; they're fantastic. But let's do some more. Let's help some people.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, you guys, we're just going to say over and out, and so glad that everybody's with us, and maybe we can go live sometime, somehow, on Facebook. I don't know how you bring someone else into that, but that would sure be great.
Same way.
I'm sure we can figure it
Same way. Just
I'm
like
sure we
you're
can
doing
figure
right
it
now.
out. All right, homebound people, you do have people out here that help. We love you. Please send light around the world. We need light around the world. Please think of our world covered in white light right now. We all need to think positive right now, and that we are all going to get through this together. So we love you. Over and out. And you get to see us come back again. Lucky you.